Hi everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Thank you so much for everybody who's listening in the podcast. Today is Thursday, March 9, 2023. I'm coming here to give you breaking news, and I haven't done breaking news in a while, but I'm gonna come here and speak about this. This actually happened just about a few hours ago, and it happened in a church in Germany. So let me just read to you guys this article. You have to understand that right now, March 9, like I said, we are entering into the Holy Week, getting ready for Resurrection Sunday and things like that. Events like things tend to happen. Besides the fact that there's a lot happening in this world as we speak, that the return of Jesus Christ is happening. We know the seasons, we see how evil is taking over basically everywhere you look, right? So right now, like I said, the breaking news is that they have been multiple people injured inside a church, and this happened in Germany. It happened a couple hours ago. Like I said, there's a time difference. So let me just read to you guys what happened. They say here, police heard a gunshot as they entered the church. They said, when police arrived, and this happened at the Jehovah Witness Church in Hamburg, Germany, in a response to a shooting that happened Thursday, they heard a gunshot on the top floor of the building. A police spokesperson said the building is three-story high. So this must be a very well-known church over there in Germany. As of right now, I don't have the name of that church. We'll see. It says here that it's a Jehovah Witness church, and when police got called in, they already, coming into this three-story building, they heard the gunshots happening. They say here that the police arrived to the church around 9:15 p.m. local time over there, and they say that the shooting happened around 9 o'clock, so they were 15 minutes late, which is quite surprising. So it says here, when the law enforcement entered the building, they found several dead and injured people on the bottom floor. They found another person dead on the top floor. um it says here, and they think they have the gunman, but they're not giving more details about it. Okay. But they're not giving indication that the suspect is on the run. So it seems like that is the suspect. So let me just tell you something, because this is quite interesting. When I was gonna come here and create this episode about the shooting, right? I didn't know what type of church it was. Being a Christian content creator, I wanted to specifically speak about this breaking news that's happening right now. And to be honest, when I learned that it was a Jehovah Witness church, it reminded me something that happened a couple months back. I believe it was right the evening of Christmas, that in this church in California, I believe it was, a man committed he shot his wife, and then he took his own life, and he did it inside the church. And they were like very well-known members of that church, and I was like, how can this be? And I was like, this is just the enemy acting like that, using Christmas, using a church, right, in one of those holidays that people celebrate, right? Probably one of the holidays that most people celebrate, Christmas time. And he's gonna do that, and then he's gonna, because when you see evil acts, it's the enemy acting right behind it. So he's gonna do that, and he's gonna drive this couple to the church they attend, that everybody knows who they are, and they're gonna do something like that. That was just so crazy to me. I believe that happened like this past Christmas, and now we hear of this shooting happening at a very well-known church in Hamburg, Germany. Like I said, guys, this is just developing story. There is a time difference, right? It happened at 9:15 p.m. local time in Germany, and they say they saw several people were found there on the bottom floor as police make their way over to the second and third floor of the building. They found but to believe more people dead, including the gunman, because at this point they're not saying that the gunman is on the run. So what I make of that is that they really had the gunman there. It's just a matter of identification, I guess you can say. So like I say, guys, The mayor of Hamburg, excuse me, says here, the Hamburg mayor offers sympathy to the families of people killed in the church shooting. He did this, they did a press conference, and he also put a message on his Twitter account. It must be so sad. He says here, the mayor of Hamburg, Germany, expressed his deepest sympathy for the families of those killed in the shooting Thursday, calling the reports shocking. It is very shocking. This is the time, you see people, right? I'm a Christian. I don't do any of those you know they do the Ash Wednesday, things like that. People have their traditions, that's what they do. I am not a Jehovah Witness either. I am a Christian. I have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. And around this time around, right, always you see this time of the year where people they begin the Lent, and they do the Ash Wednesday and things like that. And it's almost like you're like, oh wow, I didn't even realize, that it's almost like the people who do that, they get identified easily like that, because they have a mark on their forehead. Or if you see them, trying to stay away from meat on Fridays and things like that, right? And people know that this is like a very sacred time for a lot of people, right? um and to see events like this happening in a church, where people come and gather to praise the Lord and to learn about, to have fellowship, and to read the Bible, like everything that we do in church, right? It is so sad. We have to understand, though, that we are living in the last days, everybody, right? And that the enemy is going to use whatever he can to attack us. He's not, the world is seeing so much evil. There are people who are, everything is being accepted these days, and so he's gonna use places of worship and houses of God and things like that to attack us again. There was a shooting that happened this evening, local 9:15 local time in Hamburg, Germany. A lot of people, several people were dead as after a shooting, I believe. They're not giving details, but basically the story is that a gunman entered the church and started shooting, opening fire in a Jehovah Witness church, and this happened in Hamburg, Germany. Everybody, let's keep the families in prayers. Just be aware of your surroundings everywhere you go, and we just have to not live in fear. We just have to pray and know that God knows everything that's going to happen, and he's in control. And the enemy wants us to bring chaos and fear and things like that. It's just the enemy being who he is. He's been a liar since the beginning. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming back to my channel and listening in the podcast. Have a good night, everybody. God bless. Everybody, this is Julissa. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. And if you want to know more about me, you can always visit www.JulissaDesigns.com. Have a great day, everybody. God bless.